Virgo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your bonus general tarot reading for March 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what we have for the lovely Virgos in March 2024. We're looking at the big ball of wax here. I know I usually do the weekly readings, but we're going to see what themes we might have throughout the month. But yeah, we're going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Virgo. Talk to me about some of the prevalent themes, my guides. What are we going to see throughout the month of March and going forward? Okay, beautiful. I mean, this is really nice energy, depending on what you're going through, right? This is beautiful, grounded, Empress, earthy type of vibes, and I really do love it. It's possibilities, it's blessings, and this is a great way to start off, regardless of what shows up within the reading. This is a silver lining to start us. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the March subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this card a little bit. So you see the imagery there. There's this beautiful divine feminine figure, this goddess. She is amidst all the flora, the fauna, the trees, the bushes, the birds, the animals. So this is all about connection to nature. Some Virgos out there, maybe Spirit wants you to reconnect or connect with nature in general. But to me, this card just screams Empress energy, right? So we think of blessings, fruitfulness, abundance, possibilities, very fertile. Now, for some of you, this could represent mother figures or motherhood in general. For another portion of you, I think of really big blessings and possibilities coming down the pipeline. So for a lot of Virgos, regardless of the minutia that we see within the reading itself, there's a lot of possibilities coming up for you, which is a really nice thing. And it kind of ties in with the reading we saw for you a few days ago, like your first weekly reading of March. Now, I did always say, like, when we get this earthy Empress type of energy, for a portion of you, you might feel grounded in one way or another. So certain situations you might be a little frustrated with. It might not be moving to your speed or your liking, because the Empress energy is pretty heavy. But it's worth it. That's the one big thing here. So we're just going to put her down right over there. Let's get into tarot now. I'd say that's a beautiful way to start. So let's shuffle it up one time and see what we got for the lovely Virgos here. For their bonus reading, what are the themes in March, please, my guys? Some overarching themes. And while we get this all shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about your last weekly reading for early March. It was titled An Unexpected Win, so we had that good energy there. We have good energy here. I really like this for the Virgo collective. But remember, we're looking at the whole month, so these might be some themes that you're going to see through the next few weeks. So let's get it going. I mean, as you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone, so only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone that you're linked to. So let's get it going here. 3 cards to start. What do we have for the lovely Virgos here, my guides? What do we got for my friends? Okay, deck is being specific, and that's a thing that I was seeing in your last reading as well. Like when I was pulling the cards, it was very specific, more so than usual. Okay, so you have Tower energy here, Virgo. And we are going to have to talk about that. We are literally starting with a boom. We're starting with a bang. And yeah, this could be very intense type of energy. So, I mean, I don't want to say, hey, get ready, Virgo, you got a bunch of towers coming in. But, I mean, we'll see what's up. It could be a good one. All right, we got the 3 of Wands, and it did come out with another card. So, yeah, we're going to have something to really take a look at here, my friends. And don't, obviously, never get nervous about cards in general, because we all experience these energies. You also have the 10 of Swords here on the back end. We got a little bit of pain showing up. So we're going to have to address this and talk about it. Now I'm extra happy that we started with a silver lining, right? Because this tells me everything's going to be okay regardless of what we see. But let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and we'll get into the juicy, intuitive stuff. So at first look, first glance, there's a little volatility in this energy. Obviously, we're starting with the Tower, the kaboom. We got fire, we have air. For some of you, like your intuition could be telling you something as well, like, oh, something's coming, something big's coming. Like that's what I'm picking up here in the center. But the way the elements are playing are very unpredictable. Okay, now the clarifiers, that's really going to tell us the tale of how this is going to turn out, because this is kind of like the opposite of the energy I saw for you in the most recent reading. So I'm hoping like things don't flip-flop for you throughout the month. But let's go through piece by piece and really start to build this out. Position number 1, we have the Tower. Okay, scary bit of imagery here. Now for a portion of you, you might be connected to the Scorpio. Whenever we have Tower energy, we are starting with a bang. So Tower, what does it represent? Shock, surprise, the unexpected, which has been a running theme for you in recent weeks as well. I've been seeing a lot of these dynamics in the energy where things could go one way or go another. Things are very changeable, especially when we have Tower energy. For a portion of you, especially with the Ten of Swords on the back end, yeah, I mean, in the coming weeks, there could be a lot of things closing out. There could be endings. There could be cycles shifting over. But whenever I see the Tower, I think of a big shakeup, and it is the prototypical energy of explosion. It's explosive, right? It comes in like a rocket. So the clarifier for this is going to be really important to see what this shocking energy could really be about. Now, for some of you, you might be hitting the reset button on something, whether it is personal relationships, whether it's something in your personal life, whether it's career. You know what the Tower means, okay? And another message I always like to give the Tower is that it can represent sexuality as well. Like it's a very hot and heavy, passionate type of energy. So for a lot of Virgos in March, you might have a reawakening of your libido. Moving to the center, we do have the Three of Wands, okay? Total opposite of what we have here with the Tower. So you see this person, they're standing on like the shore. There's ships that are coming in. This could be really good, especially next to the Tower. It really depends on what we get on this back end. This is a big card to me of manifesting. So with all these volatile energies, I would say, Virgo, your mindset is very important in the coming days and weeks, like what you're focusing on, what you're putting a lot of your mental energy towards. See the silver lining and things, of course. But when I say the Three of Wands, aside from the manifesting and creating, I think of an energy or something that's almost here. Like it's right here, it's coming, it's within reach, it's not far away. It's not like the Star card where we're talking about months and years. The Three of Wands is like imminent, like something that's like really coming in quick. And that's why I did say, like with the Three of Wands in the center of all this, make sure you're not like too high pressured, anxious, nervous, because like you might feel like something's coming, right? That's a big vibe I'm picking up. Now moving to the back end, we do have the Ten of Swords. Not the nicest card to see, especially when we have Tower energy in the mix, okay? This is one of the more challenging energies in the whole entire tarot deck. And as I mentioned, it's something that we all experience from time to time. It could represent loss. It could represent grieving. It could represent endings. It's a card of pain. Now, I do always say it's on a spectrum. This doesn't always have to be like life-altering, life-changing type of energy. I mean, you might just be going through a rough patch. You might be going through a difficult time in a situation whenever this Ten of Swords is here. But the good thing about this is that there's nowhere to go but up when this energy is in the mix. And yeah, there could be various things closing out, but the real messages or the real juice of this is going to be within the clarifiers. Because, I mean, if I were to just take these top three, they're looking a little dicey and there could be some warnings, but I feel like there's still some good within the month for you, especially with that goddess energy we had in the beginning. So I want to dive deeper on all of it, Virgo. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for my friends. Let's see what's up. My guides, talk to me. What do we got for the Virgos here? Bonus reading for March. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot. Because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Tower. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Virgo, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right. While we get this card out, if you've been inquiring about personal readings, please feel free to check my March calendar. It's on my website description. You know the deal. Okay, beautiful. All right, so this could be some sort of opportunity or offer that just pops right in, and you might have to make a snap decision, okay? Another portion of you very similar to what I was seeing like last week, the thing that's coming out of nowhere. It's popping up out of nowhere. So we could say that this could be a very good Tower. I'm getting so many different things, and I feel like it's really going to boil down to what this Ten of Swords is about. Because with the Tower and the Ace of Pentacles or the Ten of Swords, there could be something re-emerging in this time for a lot of you. Okay, like coming back around, that's a possibility. But I feel like it's either one or the other, maybe even both. This could be a shocking talk or communication whenever we have this Ace of Pentacles, where it's like someone pops in out of nowhere. But for another portion of you, it could be a big opportunity or offer just like coming in. So we'll see as we move throughout the reading whether we're saying like, oh yeah, this is great, jump on that, this is all good energy. And I kind of knew it when we started clarifying, right, that we're not just going to see all swords and explosions in bad ways. I felt like there is a good undertone to the energy. So let me sum that up for you real quick before we move further. Some of you, yes, this could be a shocking message or a talk that you have where it either comes out of nowhere or somebody pops up out of nowhere. With the flow of the energy here, there could be things returning and re-emerging in your life. So it's another theme I've been seeing for you recently. And this could be a huge opportunity or offer, like really, really big. Let's keep moving to really discern, like, is this real? Is this good? Is it solid? I mean, once again, I feel like with the ending back here, this is card of beginnings. That's why I'm seeing this circular energy in the spread. So let's go in on the Three of Wands, and then we'll get in on that Ten of Swords over there. I mean, hopefully this is good. If you're in a positive mind state, moving in a positive place, this could be really, really good. But I do feel it could also be communication, because aces are talks as well. They're communication. Sending a message, literally. Might hit somebody up out of nowhere, right? All right. So we have the Hermit, which is your card in the upright underneath this Three of Wands. And as I already mentioned, for a lot of you, you might feel something in the air. Okay, you might feel like something big is on the horizon, something big is on the precipice. When I see this card, aside from it linking to your zodiac sign, the Hermit is withdrawn. It's waiting. It's biding its time. So for a lot of Virgos in this time, you might be laying low, right? At this point in time, at this very point in time, you might be laying low, not making waves, not trying to get any attention. Like, I'm just going to sit back here and do my thing, which is a good energy. I feel for a lot of you, though, the surrounding stuff is very much magnetic. Okay, so this could be attached to other people around you for sure, but I feel like you're in pretty much like, okay, I'm doing my thing type of energy, and there's nothing wrong with that. But the big thing I see here with the Three of Wands and the Hermit is twofold. One, your powers of manifestation are magnetic. They're very powerful in this time, so please keep that in mind. And I feel for a big portion of you just laying low and doing your thing. Okay, it's not like you're calling these in, but you might have that internal feeling like, oh, it's coming, something's coming, something big. So let's go in on the Ten of Swords. We're not going to overcomplicate it. It is what it is. And if you've been waiting on something for a while, like, yeah, with this energy and the surrounding stuff, absolutely possible. So let's see why the Ten of Swords is in the mix. Then we'll do a quick recap before we get into your shadow card. So why is that Ten of Swords here, please? Thank you. Okay, so let's talk about this. I feel like for some of you, it's like a win some, you lose some type of energy that we see here in the mix. We have the Hanged Man in the upright underneath this Ten of Swords. Now, the Hanged Man is a card that could represent you, Virgo. It could also represent Scorpio. So there's a lot of themes of Virgo and Scorpio within this week's reading here. Now, aside from that, when I see the Hanged Man in the upright, it's something coming forth, and I do believe in your weekly reading, which we just passed, you had the Hanged Man in reverse clarifying the Ten of Cups. So it's like the complete opposite energy. I do feel for some of you, yeah, this win some, you lose some energy is in the mix. That, yeah, there could be a lot of new things coming in. There could be a lot of energies coming towards you, but there could also be things moving out and closing out. So just be prepared for that, that with all these good opportunities, these beautiful energies, these good things, that there could still be endings that you're either dealing with, coping with, or that are going to come in. The Hanged Man in reverse is just that forward action, forward movement, okay? For a portion of you, if you've been in a very like self-sufficient, like I'm looking out for myself and myself only, I do feel like you might have some compassion in this time, okay? I'm not saying you're not a compassionate person, but you might have compassion for others more so than you normally do on this back end. For some of you, you could be helping somebody else out deal with Ten of Swords pain, or helping soothe somebody else's pain and hurt, which could be really good. But once again, you win some, you lose some. There's like energy of speaking and talking, things like all sorts of stuff. Let's go through and do a quick recap. Then we'll get into the shadow card here, Virgo, please. If you look in the box, position number 1, we do have the Tower with the Ace of Pentacles. I will say this reading does have a silver lining amongst it, but for a big portion of you, with this as the front and all the things that we're seeing here, it's going to be a bit up and down throughout the month, most likely. You got really good things coming your way, but there might also be obstacles to overcome. The Tower with the Ace of Pentacles, a few main things. Yeah, this could be a shocking talk or message coming in for some of you. I do also get the energy of things returning, especially with this Hangman, reverse, Ten of Swords, like this whole loop. It's like a loop of energy, a circle of energy where something could return in a very big way. Another portion of you, yeah, this could be an opportunity or an offer that just, boom, pops in out of nowhere. Could it be all those messages? Yes. Does it have to just be one? No. Moving to the center, we have the Three of Wands with the Hermit in the upright. A lot of you might be laying low, really looking after yourself, or just trying to stay in your lane to avoid all this stuff that's going on around you. So this might not even be all your energy here. But a big thing I'm seeing here is your powers of manifesting and creation are magnetic in this time. So try to keep your mindset as positive as possible here. But this is a little retracted. Moving to the back end, we have the Ten of Swords with the Hanged Man in reverse, another card that could represent you. And yeah, you win some, you lose some. There's going to be good. There's going to be a little bit of choppiness, new things starting, old things ending, things returning. You might have a very interesting month ahead of you. That's one thing I will say, Virgo, with like when we're looking at the big ball of wax, there's a lot of really good, but there's also some things that you might have to really get over in this time. I'm also getting more compassion. So I wouldn't be surprised if you're helping disenfranchise people or people that are hurting. So please take a screenshot of that if you'd like. Let's get you a shadow card. Yeah, there are endings in the mix. But let's see what we got here for the lovely Virgo collective. Guides and spirit team. And yes, my friends, you already know I like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Doesn't always have to be a bad thing. Shadow cards could be very good, very nice. So what do we got here for Virgo, please? What's in the shadows? Oh, okay, I'll take it. Okay, so we do have the Ten of Pentacles. So, I mean, talk about the win some, the lose some, the silver lining. It's all over the place here. So even your shadow card is very positive. If you're going through Ten of Swords time, you're going through rough things, you're going through towers and all that, this is Spirit saying, okay, Virgo, everything is going to be okay. Everything's going to be fine. When I see the Ten of Pentacles, I do think of an influx in material abundance and material gain. So for a lot of you, if that is the focus, like money and work and anything in that realm looks really, really good here when we have this Ten of Pentacles. Now, it could be matters of the home and the family that could be taken up a big priority within you with this Ten of Pentacles. But I feel it's adding to the silver lining of the spread. Like, yeah, there's probably going to be some things that you're going to have to contend with. But at the same time, there's a lot of blessings. So the win some, you lose some. It's like all over this reading. So please screenshot that as well if you'd like, Virgo. That's what I have for you. My beautiful friends, don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the March subscriber surprise. If you would like to get a personal reading done with me, you can find my digital calendar on mastermetaphysics.com, so please feel free to check it out. But for the March subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful, fantastic Tarot of the Owls. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, and second, let me know down in the comments what is your favorite zodiac sign, and give me a couple reasons why. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.